Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cornelia, but you can call me Corny, and my channel's name is Cornyco, and that means corny community. And in this community I really love to share with you guys like the shenanigans and stuff that I get up to in Japan and life in Japan as the person that I am. I really hope that you find things interesting that I post. I love doing vlogs and other random stuff, so stick with me if you enjoy what you see. Anyways, in the last video I was kind of talking and speaking on how it was when I met my boyfriend's parents, the whole experience, and I'm just going to continue from where we left off. I don't really want to speak for too long, just because, just in, you know, terms of keeping the video short. But, you know, you've got to understand, guys, this is my real life, my life experiences. So if you've got the time, sit down, grab a cup of tea, grab a bear or some sweets or popcorn, depending on your personality, and just sit down and be on this journey, be present on this journey with me. All right, let's get into it anyway. As time progresses in a relationship, you know, you begin to feel more comfortable, more open, and hopefully you end up loving that person even more. And we started to discuss like, you know, our future, what's gonna happen, you know, what I want, what he wants, and just kept sprinkling lots of little hints. I mean, you could call it pressure, but I'm the kind of person who knows what I want. I haven't got time to mess around. You know, I do eventually want a family. If I love you, I want a family with you. I want to be with you. I want a house, and, you know, I want to get married. I want all those kind of things for me. And after watching things on YouTube and about interracial relationships and the dynamic, I kind of got the feeling or gist that it's very important for you to be accepted by the family and kind of like gauge where you're going to be at, because, you know, usually you marry into the family. You know, if Taco and I were to get married, he would be welcomed into my family too. So I really wanted to know, because he kind of kept dropping hints about how it's difficult. In, you know, the Japanese culture, there's a lot that you have to do. There's a lot of rules to abide by, and there's a lot of tradition. And I was picking up on that slowly, and I was thinking, okay, he keeps mentioning about that, then, you know, if you're a little bit worried or concerned, you should speak to them and tell them what you plan to do with me. When I was away in the summer, I kind of felt a little bit disconnected from him, I'm not gonna lie. So that time passed and I came back, and we were back in our happy little bubble as we usually are, you know. I went on dates, just happy, happy, happy. But then it came to a point where there were signs, there were telltale signs, and I think if you're in a relationship, you know your partner, and you know when they start to change, and you know when they're acting a little bit different than what they were before, or a little bit off key, you know, you just sense it, intuition. And as a female, I think I'm very much in tune to it, but sometimes I choose to ignore it or think, okay, it'll be fine kind of thing. But yeah, I just had to listen to my intuition and ask him, like, what's up? You're acting a bit weird, a bit strange. Are you stressed? What is the real issue here? Because, you know, I feel it. So what's up? And it came out that he had spoken to his parents about us getting married and our future and stuff like that. And basically he didn't have the best kind of reception that he hoped for. I don't really want to go into too much detail exactly about what they said. All I'm gonna say is that it was more one-sided for his mother and how she felt than the father. The father was kind of cool because he already had exposure to like Western culture, like foreigners. But the mother just had no foreigner friends, had never been exposed, so she was very fearful and kind of like worried about her son's future. And it was very difficult for her to accept that, you know, I am different, and there's a possibility of us being together and getting married. And it caused a lot of strain on our relationship. It was hurting him, you know, it's pulling him apart basically. And when I found that out, I was just completely hurt, and like, I was wearing rose tinted glasses and they were just like snatched off my face, you know, along with my wig. I was just shocked. I was completely mortified. And yeah, I just didn't realize, and I was kind of frustrated because I think communication is so important, and I wish that I had have known all this earlier. But, you know, being a man, he tried to handle everything on his own, and I think, you know, I can't really judge him because everyone deals with things in their own way. I kind of wish that he had told me sooner. but he was really trying. He was trying and fighting for us. Yeah, it's really hard to watch someone that you love like suffer because of how you feel and what you want, but because of what the family wants. But part of me is kind of like, you know, if you love me, no matter what, you will just, you know, kind of find a way. You'll do it, you'll make it happen, because that's what you do when you're in love. But also I have a very Western mentality, and I've been free all my life. I've been free to choose. My mother's awesome. You know, the way that I've raised my stepdad, my mother, like my family, I've been free to choose who I can love and what I want to do in my life. So I've never had that problem. I've never come across it, and I've never really fathomed that that could ever happen to me. But as I sit down talking to you guys now, it's happening, and it's a hard pill to swallow. It's not easy, because we've been happy. I mean, you've seen it in the vlogs, guys. The evidence is there. You know, when we're together, we're just such a good match. We get along. We're like best friends, but lovers too. And he's an awesome person. You know, he's just so funny and like very happy. I was also kind of confused because I felt a little bit played. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like, yeah, you know, if you meet up with someone, they're not gonna be rude to your face, because that's just straight out disrespect, you know. That moment that we met and hung out, it was a lovely day. It seemed very genuine, but I felt almost betrayed and disgusted that somebody could kind of like act that way. But I guess more so like, why bother? If you knew how you felt, why bother even put yourself in that situation and like kind of push things along? Because when two people get into a relationship, it's not always just for fun. I'm not at the age where, you know, you're just testing the waters and you're having things for fun. I'm like starting to get more serious about what I want in my life. You know, I'm very confident. I know who I am and I know what I want. And I just would have thought they would have realized the same thing for Taku, and he was trying to make things more comfortable for me and for us and our relationship, and trying to piece two worlds together. The location that his parents live in are far away from here, so I would have to, if we were together and to get married and have kids, I would have to go with him, and that whole conflict and controversy would just, he didn't want to put me through that, and he thought, you know, it'd just be too difficult for me to be in that scenario situation. And to be honest, you know, I don't know if it doesn't sound very appealing to be in an atmosphere that's kind of toxic, or where someone doesn't actually want me there, or, you know, like me when it comes to that level of marriage. I want a good and happy, healthy atmosphere. Kind of understand how he's trying to protect everybody, and I actually kind of feel sorry for him, because, you know, he's caught between a rock and a hard place. And I just really want you guys to be just so supportive and just show some love to him, because it can't be easy. It can't, you know, being raised with a certain expectation and being raised in that household where, you know what your duty is from get-go, and it's so hard for you to break away from that. It's weird, guys, because I sympathize with him, but I'm also, you know, very disappointed. I will state that on my side of the family, they're chill as fuck, man. They don't care, you know. They'll accept whoever I love, they will love too, and that's just how it goes. My family are amazing, and I am so blessed. Guys, if you are watching this, I just want to thank you so much for being like supportive and just being there for me and being awesome people, like my friends and my family. No. We've just come to the point now where I don't know if it's possible, because I'm just headstrong. I know what I want, but he's very much torn, and there's other factors that come into our relationship that I will not reveal to you, and very good reasons why. He is very much so attached to his family and, you know, respects traditions, and also he is the eldest, and there is a lot of pressure, or the curse of the eldest son. So there's a lot that's expected of him, but at the end of the day, you know, trying isn't enough. You just do. And I could think of all the excuses and all the reasons why, you know, we're having the difficulties that we are, but at the end of the day, I feel like true love, you shouldn't have these problems, or you can have these problems, but it doesn't matter, and it shouldn't affect the relationship between you. You shouldn't second guess yourself. Most of the videos that I you know, edit and stuff like that, they are quite fresh. You know, they're either a couple of days out, 1 or 2 or 3 days out from when I actually did them. So what you're hearing now is very fresh, guys. This is what I'm going through. Things aren't easy or perfect all the time, you know, and even though, you know, think something can be so beautiful, anything can happen. Like, I didn't expect this to happen, but there's been a block and a barrier that's kind of put a wedge between us. Everything else is cool. We're cool as people, but you know, this is something that's very important to him, and if it's affecting him, then it's important to me, and I don't want him to be like stressing or upset, and I don't want him to have to choose, because it should never come to that. And if so, you best believe you better choose me, kind of thing, you know. So this is why I just thought, I'm gonna step away for a while, and I'm just gonna do me and continue life and vlog. So join me, stay with me, guys, because we just don't know what's going on right now. Don't cry. I should be the one crying. Seriously. Bring it together. Get it together, girl. I don't know if we'll end up back together, I don't know. But I'm not gonna stop showing my life, and whoever comes into my life, you're gonna have to deal with it. I'm not one of these people like, oh, you know, everything's cool, everything's dandy, I'm just gonna play it off and make jokes. Like, no, this is real stuff. Like, I'm sharing with you right now as genuine as possible. I am a genuine person, and I'm sharing with you what I'm going through right now. So just please try and appreciate and respect that. Yeah, so if you see new people, be respectful, man. Don't compare, don't contrast, please try not to stick on the past, because, you know, eventually, if we do not get back together, then, you know, we're gonna have to move on and move forward. And this is what life's about. When you get caught up in a difficult situation, you know, you choose to push through it and fight through it, or you choose to let go and move on. You can't just stay stagnant. Life is too short to stay stagnant and put up with, you know, a situation that you're not happy with. You have to be honest with yourself, and you do not devalue yourself either and think, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm gonna settle. You shouldn't settle for that kind of treatment. You should find your happiness and do what makes you happy, guys, because there's too many people out there that regret, and I will not be one of those people. I don't know about you, but I just think regret is the worst thing, and that's why I'm here in Japan in the first place. I don't want to regret my life. I want to do what makes me feel great, and I want to create a story and a legacy of my own that I can look back and be proud of. And, you know, whoever, I will see who or what is a part of that legacy, we'll see. But thank you so much for listening. I know it's been a little bit of a emotional video, but I'm okay, I'm doing fine. And just send me some hearts down below, man. Just send me some kisses and hearts, that's all I need. And thanks for supporting me. You know the drill. I've got social media on Instagram. You can keep in touch with me on there, or comment down below and send me your love, or just share your experiences. Like, have you been through anything that I've been through too, like this? How did you deal with it? Did you, you know, did they get disowned? I don't know what happened. Did you make it? Like, let's talk about our feelings, let's show our emotions, and let's be real human beings, because life ain't that straightforward, man. Ain't that easy, especially in relationships. But yeah, anyways, thank you. I love you guys. Love you guys so much. Faito, gambate, peace and love.